Hi, good evening. Welcome back to Giri's Adda. So let me continue with this rather late evening raga from the Adda today. And I would like to begin with a few descriptions that have been provided, to appreciate and praise S.P. Balasubramaniam. Padam Nila, or Singing Moon. Isai Megam, a cloud of music that showers songs. And these beautiful phrases that describe the singer. What can I say about S.P. Balasubramaniam in a small episode like this? His career spanned 50 long years. Though, of course, in a recent TV interview that he did with Kalki TV, he said that after the 45th year, he kind of slowed down and he wasn't singing too many songs, but still one song a day at least. And that resulted in this huge output of 40,000 songs, which I think is unparalleled. It's not going to be bettered anytime soon. So, where did he begin? In fact, I would say that coming from the southern part of the country, I think SPB's uh, body of output is probably far greater in the four South Indian languages than in any other language, including Hindi. In Hindi, though, he has sung many beautiful numbers, in terms of sheer volume, I think the South Indian languages will take the cake over here. His journey began in 1966 with this movie called Sri 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 Maryada Ramanna, and the music director Kodanda Pani first gave him his break in 1966 when he was at the age of 20. And those days he was doing his engineering, and he was not very sure if there would be anything after this, because that itself for him at that stage was like a big achievement, because he sang along with some uh, big artists and names of that particular era. And but barely, I think 8 to 10 days later, he had an offer from M. Rangrao, uh, a music director who worked in the Kannada language, and the uh, movie is called Nakkare Ade Swarga in Kannada. And so that was his second song, so to say. And after that, uh, he started getting offers slowly. He says that he kept his engineering textbooks for a period of 5 years with him, because he never knew when he would go out of songs and when he would have to stop singing, so to say. And the fear that this would stop and he would have to go back to studies kept him going, and he kept the books with him. 1969, Airam Nilaveva, the Tamil movie that was starring MGR, that was his big break in the Tamil industry. Uh, and I think around this time he had a conversation with his father, uh, who was a famous Harikatha singer those days in Nellore of Andhra Pradesh. And he asked his father, "What should I do? I'm getting these offers from the film industry, and I'm finding it increasingly difficult to go back to my studies. There is hardly any time." And he expected his father to take a decision for him. Uh, and he would have probably followed any advice that his father had given. If his father had said, "Go back to your studies," he would have happily done that. If his father had said, "No, it doesn't matter, you're very talented, go back and continue to sing and do well, work hard," he would have done that. I think his father instead gave him, put the ball back in his court, and he said, "Look, you cannot ride two horses at the same time. You need to choose one horse." He chose the horse that he liked, that was close to his heart, which is singing, and the rest, as they say, is history. Um, as far as the Kannada film industry goes, between 1970 to 2000, he dominated the industry like no other singer. And he sang for practically every, uh, you know, hero in the Kannada industry, as well as in the Tamil industry, right from M.G. Ramchandran, Shivaji Ganeshan, Gemini Ganeshan, Kamal Hassan, Rajnikant. uh, and in the Kannada industry, Vishnuvardhan, Ambarish, Shivraj Kumar, Anant Nag, Shankar Nag. I mean, big names in the Kannada industry. He lent a voice to all of them. And I think the amazing thing about S.P. Balasubramaniam was that he could tweak his voice according to the actor for whom he was singing. And for many of these great actors, he gave them an identity. And 1980, of course, the famous Shankarabharanam movie, which was all about classical and semi-classical songs. He made it big in the Telugu movie industry. And I think he really announced his versatility and his ability to sing almost any genre of songs, despite the fact that he was not classically trained. So the story goes about Shankarabharanam that initially the song was offered to the great legend of Carnatic music, Balamurali Krishna, M. Balamurali Krishna, and he was dithering with his decision about singing this song, and the director couldn't wait so long. So then he drafted S.P. Balasubramaniam. And of course, the great Balamurali Krishna was very upset with that decision later. And so there was a bit of a tension between them for many years. But then SPB, being the humble person he was, he kept making up with him. He did not react. And he continued to consider him as his mentor. He looked up to him for advice, guidance all the time. So much so that at much later, during, I think, on stage, Balamurali Krishna gives probably one of his greatest tributes to SPB, saying that, look, he always considered me his mentor. He can, sing any kind of song, but I cannot sing like him. So I think that was a great tribute that the teacher come mentor, provided to S.P. Balasubramaniam at that point. And the Shankarabharanam songs, which we will probably come to at some later stage, are amongst his most famous classical renditions. He took the Telugu film industry by storm with, that kind of a rendering of songs. There are, in the last 2 or 3 days, there have been a flood of tributes on social media, newspaper, television, and so on. And in particular, I think this story would, remain with us for some time. It's a story of a train journey from Howrah to Chennai, of a family who meets the budding S.P. Balasubramaniam in his early days, probably in the 70s. And on that train journey, he mixes up with his family. They, share food, they share stories, and of course, he sings a lot. So this was like a train orchestra performance on the train. And little did that family realize that this was a legend in the making. I am going to be bringing to you a very beautiful song from the movie Sagar, 1985, without any further delay. R.D. Burman, the music director, and the lyrics by Javed Akhtar. So let me just set up the system and get us going. Even as we keep talking about, these little nuggets from S.P. Balasubramaniam's life, here goes the song. Kamal Haasan, Rishi Kapoor, Dimple Kapadia. सच मेरे यार हैं, बस वही प्यार है जिसके बदले में कोई तो प्यार दे, बाकी बेकार है यार मेरे, हो यार मेरे। सच मेरे यार हैं, बस वही प्यार है जिसके बदले में कोई तो प्यार दे, बाकी बेकार है यार मेरे, हो यार मेरे। जिस हाथ में एक हाथ है, उस हाथ की क्या बात है, क्या फासले क्या मंजिलें, एक हम सफर गर साथ है, जिसकी किस्मत को ही यूं सवार दे, वो ही दिलदार है यार मेरे, हो यार मेरे। झूमे ज़मीं झूमे गगन तेरे लिए होके मगन, खिलते रहे सपने तेरे, महका रहे दिल का चमन, जिंदगी तुझको ऐसी बहार दे, दिल की पुकार है यार मेरे, हाँ यार मेरे। सुनते थे हम ये जिंदगी गम और खुशी का मेल है, हमको मगर आया नजर ये जिंदगी वो खेल है, कोई सब जीते सब कोई हार दे, अपनी तो हार है यार मेरे, हाँ यार मेरे। सच मेरे यार है बस वही प्यार है, जिसके बदले में कोई तो प्यार दे, बाकी बेकार है यार मेरे, हो यार मेरे। Wow, what a beautiful song this is. And I hope you like this. More to come from S.P. Balasubramaniam. Small anecdotes from his life, uh, and of course, more and more songs. And given the fact that I've grown up in Bangalore listening to his Kannada songs, expect many of those in the coming days as well. So take care and Shubhratri.